Everyone, the local licensing authority meeting is called to order. Will the clerk please call the roll?
Berlin,
Present.
Brown,
Here.
Cohen, Murska, Marsh Holshin,
Here.
Maxey,
Here.
Thank you. A quorum is present. Each member of the authority has a copy of the minutes of the July 6, 2022 licensing authority meeting. Are there any corrections or additions to the minutes? Seeing and hearing none, the minutes of the meeting, the licensing authority of July 6, 2022 stand approved as submitted by the Assistant City Clerk. Move to agenda item 3A, Full Steiner Enterprises LLC doing business as High Five Liquors, renewal with violation, retail liquor store license. Members of the authority have a copy of the application along with the agenda memorandum which sets forth the staff's review. I see Mr. Fullington here. Would you please state your name for the record and your business address, please?
Yeah, my name is Garrett Fullington. My business address is 5099 West 120th Avenue.
Thank you and welcome.
Thank you.
Does the authority have any questions of the representatives? Ms. Brown, I believe you did.
I do. It's more out of curiosity. If you look at your renewal application, question number 7, do you have it? It says, since the date of filing of the last application, ... It says, had an alcoholic beverage license suspended or revoked. And I noticed that you answered no, but then in the memorandum we received, I also noticed that you had a 5-day suspension, but that you paid a fee in lieu of that suspension. Just wanted to know your thoughts on why you answered no to that question.
I answered no because the store was never physically closed because that suspension was held in abeyance. If I answered incorrectly, it was just out of ignorance. I'm not trying to deceive the board or anything. I only wanted to be forthcoming in that I was never actually physically closed for any time.
Okay, no, that's fair. It was just more, again, I'm fairly new to the board, so
Yeah,
just wanted.
This is my first time dealing with this too. So again, if I answered that, as did not,
No.
intention to.
Unless somebody else has any comments, I don't.
I would say his response was correct. That's what we've seen in the past.
Okay.
Other members have any questions?
Can you explain the circumstances under which the violation occurred and just kind of give us an idea of what's been done to correct it?
Before you answer, the record should show that Mr. Maresca is now joined. Thank you.
So it was Thanksgiving Eve, which is the busiest evening. I had a newer employee who was, only had been with us for a couple of weeks. We had a little bit of a lull, so I used that opportunity to go and use the restroom. And during that time, it happened to be when the police officer sent their underage individual in, and obviously very unfortunate timing. I'm very rigorous. I have signage everywhere that to remind our customers that if you're under 50, be prepared to show ID. Since he was a new employee, he had not yet taken the tip certification. But everybody who works for me is now certified, as I'm sure the record shows from the previous hearing.
Okay.
And I mean, that's really, kind of it. The police are good at picking these kids. And that's not an excuse by any means. It's not something that should be tolerated. Actually, that that gentleman had other issues, and he's no longer an employee of mine because I didn't feel that he was doing the best job he could and representing us the best way possible. And so he's no longer in employment with High Five Liquor.
Okay. No, I appreciate that answer. I know I've had these conversations with applicants in the past, and no, I appreciate. I mean, look, you can only do so much, right? You can put every policy in place, but if it's not followed, you guys, it's your license on the line. And so I appreciate what I think was an honest, thoughtful response. And you know, in the past, I've heard applicants with violations be kind of flippant about it, where they say, well, it just happens. And I mean, so I just want to say I appreciate that, your response to that. So
Thank you.
Are there additional comments or questions by the LLA? Seeing none, then what's the pleasure of the authority? May I have a motion, please?
All right.
Ms. Brown, go ahead.
I move that the local licensing authority approve the renewal of the retail liquor license for Fullsteiner Enterprises LLC, doing business as High Five Liquors.
And a
Second.
second, please.
second,
We do have a second. Is there any discussion on the motion? Seeing and hearing none, will the clerk please call the roll?
Berlin,
Aye.
Brown,
Aye.
Cohen, Mariska,
aye.
Marsh Holshin,
Aye.
Maxey.
Aye.
Thank you. That motion passes. Mr. Fullington, thanks for your attendance. Good seeing you again.
Thank you. And we'll be applying for a tasting license here soon. So I'm sure I'll see you all again in not too distant future.
Thanks. See you soon.
Thank you so much, everybody.
Good
Thank
night.
you.
Good night.
We'll move to agenda item 4, petitions and communications. There are no petitions and communications. Agenda item 5, police department report. There are no police department reports. Number 6, city and county attorneys report. There are no city and county attorneys reports. Is there other business to come before the LLA tonight? Seeing none, the meeting stands